James Whale Show. This week, struggling to take the naffness out of TV. Well, this week we're looking at the age-old problem of Sunday trading. Here in Blackpool, you can buy anything you want on a Sunday, but not so in the rest of the country. We're here to talk to the Usdaw delegates. It all gets very exciting a little bit later on, but as usual, we start with some music. I'll suck you and see you later. I mean, I'll suck this and see you later.
Whaley goes to town.
We're here at the Winter Gardens in Blackpool. We haven't come to see cats, not even cannon and ball. This looks more exciting. Where are the unemployed? We're creating more jobs, surely opening shops on a Sunday.
You're not creating more jobs, you're creating smaller part-time jobs.
You're shaking like a jelly, aren't you, eh? You're shaking, look.
Why not?
I don't know why you're shaking. Why do you get so upset?
I'm not upset.
You're not upset?
I don't appear in front of a television very often.
I'm not the nice sort of interview that normally comes along. You can swear at me as much as you like.
Pillock isn't swearing, old pal.
Well, you can call me a pillock, whatever you like.
I'll call you. I certainly won't call you pal.
You told him to thump me, didn't you? You told him to thump me. Now you want to take the microphone off me. It won't work.
No, I ain't going to take the microphone off.
Here you are trying to impose on people's freedoms, aren't you?
And I don't care where this picture goes. What I want to say is you're the most ignorant, obnoxious git I have ever met.
Does that make you feel better?
No, it doesn't.
Does that make you feel better?
I'm sure it makes you feel better.
It does. It does.
What you don't like?
I'm just one man.
You don't like is people doing your game. It's a great game, isn't it?
But you're not.
You think you can play the rules?
Go on, poke me.
Why should I want to poke
Because if you poke me,
I didn't poke you.
That is an assault.
That's right.
Now, when you're talking about the law, which is what you're talking about...
Well, why isn't the law?
Do you really think you're showing yourself in the best light?
Let's just talk about the law.
Do you think you have shown yourself in the best light?
Why isn't the law put into effect?
And that other piece will be kept in.
Why aren't all these people who are illegally trading on a Sunday, why aren't they prosecuted?
Why should they be?
Because they're breaking the law.
On a Sunday, why
can't I? Because they're breaking the law. And you're a law-abiding citizen.
You're not, are you?
On Sunday, you're breaking the law.
And you're a typical trade unionist, would you be, or not?
Are you a typical interviewer?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Well, I
would hope I'm not a typical... I see no shops, at least not open on Sundays. Anyway, Garfield Davis, who is the big boss of Usdaw, and he's General Secretary of Usdaw, and he's agreed not to get too carried away with me, as we saw earlier. Sunday trading is something people get very, very uptight about. Let's have a walk along the beach.
Fine.
Okay, Garfield, let's clear up one particular point, and that is the point. It seems, as far as I can find out, that the shop workers' union feel that the management and the bosses of shops all over this country can't be trusted, because all they're telling me is every time I say, why can't I shop on a Sunday? Because we'd be taken advantage of. I can't believe that's true.
Well, I think that you can, if you see that shop workers in this country work on a Saturday, when most other workers have been working a 5-day week for decades. And now, with the proposed abolition of the 1950 Shops Act, it would mean that shop workers would be required to work on a Sunday. That's 7 days a week.
Are you honestly telling me, Garfield, they're going to work 7 days a week? Nobody works 7 days a week except TV crews.
Somebody will have to do it. They may not work the 7 days, but working will take place over 7 days. And you find that the vast majority of shop workers are women. They are mothers, they are wives, and their husbands will be off on the weekend, their children will be away from school, and they work Saturdays now and they don't see their children, and they wouldn't be getting any premium payments for it.
I'm at risk of, perhaps it's not you, it's perhaps me not expressing myself properly. What I'm trying to say is, if people want to open an establishment on a Sunday, it looks as if the law will be changed. The only thing stopping it is maybe the churches and your union.
We don't accept that it's only the churches and our union, although we do have an exceptionally vested interest because we represent shop workers. There's over 2 million of them employed in this country, about 11% of the total workforce. They're an important group of people whose interests have to be safeguarded. Now, I don't know about this Sunday pound. That's all I know is that all the estimations are that if you open for longer hours and over a greater number of days in the week, there will be no greater degree of volume of trade taking place. It'll just transfer from one day to another.
Right, well, I'm going to have to be quick now because Usdaw want me out of here. I've obviously upset too many people, but I've come along to meet David Blackmore. Right, David?
Hi, yeah.
Who is the special organizer? What's the title?
Operations Director.
Operations Director of Keep Sunday Special. And I don't see anybody suggesting that Sunday trading is going to mean everybody working every Sunday of their lives, just occasionally.
No, we obviously accept that in a modern economy like the British Isles, there will be a certain minimum of people who already have to work, and chaps like yourselves in the entertainment business and in the media, there is obviously an irreducible number of times that have to be...
But you'd like us to stop working Sundays as well, wouldn't you?
Well, what we're trying to do is to suggest that Sunday can be kept special, but also basic consumer needs can be met by a reform of the law rather than by treating it just as a total deregulation issue. There are many things that are legally open right now, and we are not in the business of trying to recreate a joyless Sabbatarian Sunday, because we believe from our Christian foundation that Sunday was meant to be a day of joy, of liberation, not of repression. So we are trying to highlight the positives of Sunday as a family day, and that means, if it means speaking uncomfortably to unions, to employers, to the church, then so be it.
A wonderful politician, David. Thank you very much indeed.
46-1000. James Whale.
Oh, Whaley's on. Welcome, world. Lovely to see you this... is it Saturday morning? It's muggy in here, isn't it? Now, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
The very lovely Linda Nolan is... I said I wouldn't call her bimbo of the week, but... Don't. Glamorous, wonderful...
Yes, that's okay.
Sex kitten.
Oh, well...
According to the Sport on Friday... See this bit here? No photograph of me, but a photograph of you. You're going to reveal all on my show tonight.
I know.
Is that right?
No.
Oh.
You never know, James.
Yeah.
I might just. But the thing about the
Yes.
old
Yes.
article is at least they spelt my name right and
Yeah.
they put the right picture in.
Sexy Linda Nolan last night told how she came out of a hypnotic trance bursting to strip for live TV. We'll see a little later. We got some phone calls as well.
We have indeed.
Have you?
I
Oh,
just
good.
kept them safe
Yeah,
for you.
thank
There
you.
go. And if there's anything at all that I can do for you, Mr.
Please,
Bell,
yes.
just let me know.
I've left
okay?
a list with the producer, so if you go and check with him, thank you. That'll be the prize, I think, for this week's competition. Now, what we want to hear from are some of those people who would like to shop on Sundays, all right? I mean, do any of you feel annoyed that you can't go out and exercise your right to do whatever you want on a Sunday within reason? Go to the shops if you like, or not. Right, give us a call now. The phone number coming up on the screen, there we are, 0532 46 1000. And of course you can fax us, and the fax number is coming up as well. Let's have a look at the fax number. There we are, fax us on 0532 421 830. So get in touch. Damien from London. Hello, Damien.
Morning, James.
Hi, Damien. What can we do for you?
I have two questions for you.
Okay.
If Sunday trading's against the law, why don't the Pakistanis or Indians ever get prosecuted?
Well, first of all, let me answer that question first of all. It's against the law, I suppose, if you happen to be a Christian businessman. The funny thing, somebody was telling me that in Israel, they have to have 3 Sundays because, you know, for the different religions, they close on a Friday, a Saturday, and a Sunday. And if it goes on and on and on, where do you stop? So that's the answer to your first question, Damien, I think. Well, we only like to have one question per caller, so we'll move on to Michael from Dundee. Hello, Michael.
Oh, James.
Yeah.
Is it not time that England caught up with Scotland, because we already have Sunday trading?
You do indeed, yeah.
Yeah, so our MPs must be more advanced.
Well, I was going to actually, Damien, Michael, sorry, it's funny you should say that. I was actually going to get in touch with the government minister, but knowing that they probably wouldn't want to speak to me anyway, we didn't bother. But the Conservatives have said that Sunday trading is something that definitely is going to come about. And I think probably some of the MPs embarrassed themselves with the vote last time. I don't think it's going to be too long before we can shop on a Sunday. We'll have to follow your example. You're absolutely right. Michael, thank you for that. Ty from South Wales. Hello, Ty.
Cream.
I beg your pardon, Ty?
James.
Yes.
Picture yourself with a gorgeous young female.
Picture myself with a gorgeous young female?
Suddenly you find you have no condoms. You rush
oh,
to the
dear,
shop.
I wouldn't know what to do. Well, it's okay because I've got lots here. Thank you very much indeed, Ty from South Wales. Talking about South Wales, my mother, who's watching in Porthcawl tonight, it was her birthday yesterday, and I forgot to send a card. I'm sorry about that. Would you just say happy birthday to my mum? Good.
Happy birthday, dear James.
Okay, keep the calls... That's enough. Keep the calls coming in. A message to Clifford and Julie and their newest addition, who is Molly. Thank you for making us proud grandparents, and that comes from Charlie and Barbara. Oh, isn't that nice? We'll take a break. It was a bit slow, wasn't it? Welcome back. Lovely to see you. I've got to introduce you, first of all, before we go on with the show, to somebody who is in the audience. Very special person. And it's the lady here, this one here, who always appears on those quiz shows in the canned laughter. Give us a quick laugh. Always works, doesn't it, really? Never mind. Ladies and gentlemen, of course, on the... having fun with the cameras here. You're just trying to confuse me, aren't you? On the James Whale Show, we always try to bring you the more sophisticated... Don't start now. The more sophisticated kind of... What's all that business about? Oh, I see what you mean, yeah. The more sophisticated kind of comedy. And tonight's programme is no exception. Do we cut to this camera or not? We're going to stay with that one, OK. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to try very hard to follow this next act. Martin Sohn!
Laugh. Giggle. No, actually, don't worry, I'm not like that at all. Not at all, because I have these. Oh. And these are for you. Ladies and gentlemen, I am, in actual fact, believe it or not, a pigeon fancier. It's just that they don't fancy me, you know, and actually this evening I'm feeling a bit run down, and I'm going to start off with a few impersonations. Here we go with it. Impersonation number 1. Here we go. That was a coffee percolator. Or a B-day. If you're posh like me. Next impression, probably my most deadliest. This is an impression of a nuclear explosion with only the top part of my head. Here we go. Nuclear explosion with only the top part of my head. Now imagine, everybody, there's a bomb falling directly on top of this building. There's total silence. The first thing you hear is the upward draft of wind. The sight and sound of a blinding white flash. And the bomb is getting closer and closer to the top of this building. And when it hits, there's no more James Whale. Oh no. If you're wearing contact lenses, you'll never find them again. Oh no. Ladies and gentlemen, the bomb is getting closer and closer. I can feel it. It's almost upon us. I can feel it. It's coming. It's coming. Oh my God, it's not working tonight. But it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. I can feel it. It's here. It's here. Show business. Show business. I love it. In fact, one of my favourite forms of show business is balloon modelling. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but balloon modellers always start off by doing this, don't they? Also, then they go like this. Ouch. Why, I don't know. Anyway, for you, some balloon modelling. Here we go. I love that one. I've read that! I've read that! And it's useless! Worthless! Ineffectual! Redundant! Obsolete! They're all written down on the back here, I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I had a very strange feeling on the way to this studio. And it's true. Uncanny but true. Inside my magic bag, there's a voodoo doll of someone here this evening. Uncanny but true. gentlemen, the ancient art of voodoo. Voodoo, it's a load of old bollocks. Oh, thank you for it. I'll be with you in it. Thank you very much. Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Thank you! Throw the bloody flowers off! Thank you!
Sorry about that, James. I hope you're going to wipe that off before you go.
I will. I apologise. So that's it.
Off.
Okay, what now?
Now, get on off.
What,
You've messed up my studio.
Crawl
You're
off or just walk
No,
off?
just off.
Okay,
Martin Soames, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's play Hunt the Camera. We play... Sorry, Martin, we loved you. We loved you. It was great, Martin. Just don't make any more mess, OK? We bring you... Is that live? No. We bring you all sorts of music on this show, and every time somebody appears on the show musically, the record tends to go into the network chart in around about 3 or 4 weeks. I don't think this is going to be any exception. Just feast your eyes on this. The new video and single from Boulevard. Never give up, Boulevard. Don't forget the number. You can call us now. We'll take some more calls in a few moments. Linda, baby, do bring those over here. I'm just reading in one of those sort of trade magazines. Look at this pillock. You know this prat here? Mike Smith. He's never off the TV. That's enough. He's never off the TV. Presenter Mike Smith has hit out at television bosses this week claiming that new ideas for shows continue to fall on deaf ears. He's got lots of ideas, he says. Wonderful ideas. There's no live entertainment. Nobody putting their job on the line.
What a terrible...
Any more Mike Smith on the television, or I'm sending my set back.
You're
no?
not guesting on his new show, then?
I don't suppose I'll be on his new show.
What a shame.
Perhaps he'll take up flying kites. Oh, thank you very much
Don't
indeed.
use the old one,
Okay, well, I'll do that. Thank you very much indeed.
Anything else?
Yes, but not right at this particular moment. You're free just to sort of... She looks very lovely. This is her Maggie May outfit, isn't
That's
it?
right.
Yes, you wanted to tell everybody that, didn't you?
Yes, the little plug there for my summer show in Blackpool.
Maggie May is, or was, a Victorian prostitute. She's looking well, isn't she, for her age? Sorry, I beg your pardon. And she
the part.
plays the part. Very nice as well. Very
Thank
nice
you.
as well. Julie from Sedgley. Hello, Julie.
Hi.
Hi. What can we do for you?
Well, I'd just like to comment on the Sunday trading laws, and I think it's stupid that it's against the laws for them to close.
You wouldn't mind shopping on a Sunday?
Well, I'd prefer it because both myself and my husband are disabled. I work in the week, and on a weekend is the only time I can shop. And if I forget anything, we have to go without or go to an Indian.
That's a good point, Julie, but somebody may say to you, I just want you to think of this for a moment, OK, it's the only week you can get together and shop, but what about the poor people who may have to work in the store? What about their Sunday?
Well, surely the shop owners could employ more people so they could take time off in the week.
I suggested that to those people at that Usdaw conference, and you saw what they did to me. Mind you, I was winding them up a little bit. No. Julie, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Bye. I was quite polite there. Peter from Hertfordshire. Hello, Peter.
Hello, James.
Yes, Peter.
Well, I've no objections whatsoever to Sunday trading because I think that it's a day when the family can be out together.
Yeah. You don't think it's a good idea to shop on Sunday?
I think it's a good idea.
Good, man.
And also, James, that you can buy alcohol in pubs, restaurants. Yeah. Why can't you go out and buy household goods?
Thank you very much indeed for that. What are you doing, just pouting there over my shoulder?
No, I'm not pouting. I'm listening with interest to your calls.
You are. Okay, well, come, hold me with this basket up here.
Please, James, be nice to me.
Oh, God, a woman who talks back. I can't handle this.
Didn't say that in the back.
No. That's the prize for the competition later. Don't mess around. Now, these are things that you can buy. Some things that you can buy on a Sunday.
You told me to hold them up.
That's Frank, the props man. He's actually retiring today. So, a Mars bar. You buy a Mars bar on a Sunday if you want. That one's melted. That's very good. Have you done that before? Cuddly toy. Fan belt. There we are. And GT oil. And you can buy those on a Sunday. What you can't buy on a Sunday is a packet of bacon. No good on a Sunday. You can't buy the Holy Bible. I better not throw that. Somebody will complain. That's laying your job on the line, Smith, isn't it? Tights, eggs, cooking oil, everything you probably need for the home. Biscuits, the whole lot. You can't actually buy on a Sunday. We're going to take one. Behave yourselves. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
L4 in the rain.
Okay, Whaley's on. Whaley's on. Oh, there we are, standing up there. Very nice too. Whaley's on. Welcome back. Loads of faxes tonight. Most of them want to know when Linda's going to do her striptease, as was said in the Sport on Friday. A paper, of course, you know and trust and love.
Don't hold your breath.
And don't hold your breath, she says. But it's getting near to the time. I think, what?
More calls.
More calls, more calls. I think we'll take some more calls. Alice from Chickenley. Hello, Alice. No? Yes.
Hello, Louie.
Alice.
God bless, dear.
Alice is back.
Oh, Louie.
Yes, Alice?
I don't think you're a pillock, Louie.
No, thank you, Alice. That's very nice of you. Very nice of you.
Lots of other things, dear, but not a pillock, dear.
No. What about Sunday shopping, Alice?
You know, Louie.
Yeah?
On a Sunday, dear, my pussy has its needs, dear.
It does.
Oh, and if I can't get what I need for my pussy, dear, on a Sunday, there could be all sorts of problems, Louie.
So, now, don't cry, Alice. You mean, sorry, you've got a pussy and you can't get pussy food on a Sunday?
No.
Oh, that's sad, isn't it? Oh. Never mind. No, don't cry, Alice. Could somebody go and talk to Alice off the air and calm her down? That's lovely. Now, Eleanor Lang from the Shopping Hours Reform Council is on the phone now. Eleanor, hello.
Hello, James.
Hi, you heard poor old Alice there. I mean, she had a problem. She couldn't get food for her pussy, but...
I'd be very worried about her.
Yeah, well, I'm concerned, I must admit. When is it going when are shopping hours going to sort of sort themselves out? It's ridiculous we can't go to the shops on a Sunday. I mean, we can, but apparently we're breaking the law.
Yeah, it is ridiculous. You know, most people don't realise when they nip in to buy their papers on a Sunday and they buy some other things as well, that they are, in fact, helping the shopkeeper to break the law in selling those things to them. You ask when something's going to be done about it. If only the government would act now and do something about it. Because, you know...
What are the government afraid of, Eleanor?
I think probably what they're afraid of is being defeated in the House of Commons.
Okay,
because there is a significant Conservative backbench rebellion on this.
Do you think it'll change next time they have a vote or not?
Definitely, because everybody knows now that we've done so many opinion polls and etc. You know, 2/3 of the population want to see the law changed. You haven't had one caller yet who's against it.
2/3 want to see it changed. We're going to find out from John Roberts in a few moments, who is from the Lord's Day Observance Society, what they feel about Sunday trading. But before we do that, we went out in search of shops that do open and people who do go shopping on Sundays. Watch this.
Whaley goes to town.
There we are. Not a bad day, really. I bet you wondered what I read on a Sunday, didn't you? You all thought it was a Sunday sport. Of course not. Never mind. I better take the keys. You can't trust anybody these days, can you? Off we go. Right. What a beautiful day for doing your shopping. Oh, dear, 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 dear. Not allowed, really. Still, never mind. Let's pop inside and see if anybody else is breaking the law, too.
Here, deep in the forest, we're after that very rare animal, the Sunday shop assistant.
We're shopping. We're shopping.
Hello, Flower. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good. Do you work on a Sunday?
Yes.
Always?
Yes, every week.
Every week you work on a Sunday? My golly, what's happening to your religious life? Are you forced to work on a Sunday?
No.
You're not?
Voluntarily.
So nobody says you must work
No.
on a Sunday? Does anybody force you to work on a Sunday?
No.
Do you enjoy working on a Sunday?
Yes, very nice.
Yeah? The shop workers' unions say that all people like you are being taken advantage of.
Oh, no, well, there's nobody in here forced to work. It's all totally voluntary.
Do you zip up? They don't whip you or something like that, do they?
No, not at all. It's just extra overtime. Sunday mornings, I only work part-time anyway, so
And you
it's only
enjoy
half
it?
a day, yes?
Yeah. What the union are worried about is that people would be forced into working on a Sunday if they didn't want to. They'd never get to be at home with their kids and stuff like that.
I don't think that would happen, because there's a lot of people that do want to work on Sundays, so we just take them.
You're not supposed to open on a Sunday, are you?
Not really.
So I'm really convorting with a criminal, aren't I?
Yeah, they've got the option to work 1 and 3 Sundays. Obviously double time if they want the money. They've got that option to come in.
Yeah. Good, okay.
Under no pressure.
Good. Come on. Well, we talked to the staff. Let's go and have a chat to the boss. Out into the garden, John, not Maud. I couldn't find Maud, but here we are sitting out in the garden centre. John Laverty, who is the district manager of B&Q and one of the Dickensian bosses the union have been telling me about, who apparently you force people into working on Sundays?
We never force anyone into working on Sunday. They all work willingly, and they're all volunteers. If they've any religious grounds that they won't work on, then they don't have to work.
Yeah, but come on, I mean, if Sunday trading was legal, you wouldn't sort of
If
do
Sunday
that.
trading was legal, the full-time staff of possibly would never work on a Sunday, because we would use part-time staff fully in every store, as we do in Scotland at the moment.
Why is it the union are so dead against this Sunday trading when, of course, it's going to, I would have thought, give more jobs, albeit they're not going to be full-time jobs, but more jobs to people?
Well, that's the problem. They don't believe that that's what we're going to do. They have this feeling, the unions have the feeling that we're going to slave drive the people into working 7 days a week. I think they're more concerned with the fact that we're going back to the mundane days of 25, 30 years ago when retailing was the down-and-out trade. Nowadays it's big industry, it's the 4th biggest industry in Britain. And I mean, the customers want us to open. Any time that we have a store open, we know by the customer flow that's coming in, by the customers themselves, how much they want us to be open. So we do it for the customers. If the local authorities come across and decide they want to have a confrontation with us, we will close rather than enter into a confrontation with any of them.
John, thanks for the moment. I'm going to go and kill that bloody bird. Well, here we are in the Metro Centre. This is the largest shopping centre in Europe. And oddly enough, this is not open on Sunday. We're going to meet the man whose vision this was, John Hall.
I'm all for Sunday trading. When it's legal, and I think the public should have the freedom to choose if they want to shop or not.
Will this place, do you think, be full on a Sunday? I mean, if you could open on a Sunday?
Yes. I think the public respond in a great way. It's actually designed, in a sense, for Sunday trading.
It's like a city all on its own, really, isn't it?
It is.
There are restaurants here, there are big stores, small shops, there are boulevards. It's a wonderful place to come to, and it's set in Newcastle, just outside Gateshead, on an area that most people think is very depressed, but you come here and the shops are busy and everything else. Do you see the time coming when people will be able to open places like this on a Sunday?
Yes, well, I think that enclosed centres such as this is where the public will come to. I think my own opinion is in city centres it'll be more difficult because you have a lot of different owners there. And some will not want to open on religious grounds. Yeah. Others just not be interested. So if you've got a shopping in a city centre where only a few are open and the public go, they'll not go back again. But in an enclosed mall, well, it's totally controlled and everyone opens. That'll be the great attraction.
One last question. Would you be able to staff it with people who wanted to work on a Sunday, or would you have to insist that people who perhaps would rather be at home?
I would never want to insist on a Sunday. Just as the shopper should have freedom of choice, I believe that the worker should have freedom of choice, that if they want to work, they can work. I don't see any problems in people, in the sense other people, part-time workers coming in to staff on a Sunday, not at all.
46-1000, James Whale.
Okay, now, John Roberts is the General Secretary of the Lord's Day Observance Society and has probably, with your organisation, John, done more to keep shops closed on a Sunday than anybody else, including the unions, I would think.
Well, since 1950, we've had 21 bills now before Parliament, and all of them have been defeated. And I do feel the society has had an important part to play in this.
The majority of people I have spoken to, the majority of people calling the programme tonight, want to be able to shop on a Sunday. Why are you so dead against it?
Well, I'm dead against it for two basic reasons. First of all, as a Christian, And I believe that God is our creator, whether we believe in him or not. And God has laid principles down. One of those days is that we need a day of rest.
That's fine for you, but if I'm not a Christian, if I have no belief in God and I want to go out and shop on a Sunday, why shouldn't I be allowed to?
Well, if I could go on from that, onto the second point as well, that I also was a member of USDO, the Shop Workers Union. I've been brought up in shop life from a child. I've been involved in corner shops, in big supermarket
Most
stores.
corner shops open on a Sunday anyway, but I mean,
Okay,
let's get to the point. Why, if I'm not a Christian, John, shouldn't I be able to go and shop?
This country has been based upon Christian principles, and that's one good thing that we need to be thankful for. And as long as there are laws in this country to protect the Christian heritages that we've got,
And you're
we will
quite
fight
prepared
preserve
to
them.
continue to make religion as unpopular as it is today. Religion is very unpopular today. In Scotland, where they open on a Sunday, more
Can I
people
just
go to
say
church,
why
don't
religion
they?
is unpopular today? Because we've got people within religious circles who are not bringing the truth out. And I believe that God's word is inspired by him, and I believe that when God's word is proclaimed as it stands, that people will respect religion. And if you look at other parts of the world where this is so, you see the picture far more clearly than it is here.
Well, let's just talk about here. We'll put the rest of the world to rights later, John. I mean, you're swimming against the tide. I mean, Sunday trading will start fairly soon.
They've been saying this for the past 20 years, and we still haven't got it.
I haven't said it. I'm saying it now. It'll be here before you know it. But you're not only against shops opening on a Sunday, you're against everything opening on a Sunday, aren't you?
Basically,
Tell me just basically what you don't want to see.
We believe that we need one day different from all the other days of the week.
TV off on a Sunday?
There are situations that we would have personally.
Radio off on a Sunday?
I personally would not have them on a Sunday.
No newspapers on a Sunday?
I wouldn't have I question newspapers on any other day, never mind
Pubs
Sunday.
on a Sunday?
I don't drink.
Restaurants on a Sunday?
Look, can I...
Theatre, sport, where does it end? Where does it end?
I can answer this question very, very simply. First of all, there are certain things as an individual that I wouldn't do on a Sunday. I am not going to lay down the law on all these issues.
I'm glad to hear that.
I'm glad
I'm
you
very
are.
glad to hear
I
that.
am not going to lay the law down on all these issues. But there are certain issues, such as trading, which is a very, very important one, and which is the one that we're really here to discuss, that trading on Sunday is absolutely against public opinion. Now, I've heard some of these opinion polls.
really.
No, just a minute. I've heard people talk about these opinion polls that are done. Some of them are done outside B&Q. No wonder they're getting that picture.
If I want to... Listen, let's forget that, John. Forget B&Q and all the other stores. If I want to go to a shop, and that shop wants to open, and if I, as a member of the public, want to buy something from them, why the hell should you tell me I can't? I don't go to your church. I have no particular empathy with your religion. Why should you be able to enforce your views on me?
I am not enforcing my views on anybody. What I am basically saying is
You
that
just enforced them.
There are laws in our land, and I didn't set these laws up. There are laws in our land which I believe are for the benefit of this nation. We are a democracy. We can fight to preserve the media. Look at the media. They put their views across very, very clearly, don't they?
The media? You're on the media. Don't give me this crap about the media.
The media impose views upon people, whether they like it or not.
No. You get your fair crack of the whip, which is what you're doing now, and you don't have an answer to it. I think it's very, very, very aggravating that people like you or anybody else should try and enforce their views on the majority. We'll find out. Give us a call. Back after this break.
I don't know, but I've been told. Say well. Check well on your radio. Say well. Now he's on the TV too. Say well. Call him now, he'll talk to you. Say well.
Bow, 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 bow.
James Whale.
The James Whale Radio Show.
Okay, Eleanor, are you there? I don't know how you managed to get back here before me. I think we've got 6... They're very clever, aren't they? Very, very good. Fitter than me. Eleanor Lang, are you there? Eleanor? Speak to me, Eleanor.
Hello.
Hello, sorry about that. Yes, Eleanor. Well, you heard what the Lord's Day Observance Society said. It looks like you're not going to be getting your Sunday opening for a long time.
Isn't it sad that this vociferous minority are stopping the rest of us having the freedom that we deserve? Don't you think, if John Roberts had his way and got everything closed, all those people you interviewed, the checkout girls, they all lose their jobs. Surely we're not in the business of taking people's jobs away from them.
How long will it be, Eleanor, before we can go to the shops safely on a Sunday?
Well, if we can all get behind the campaign that Shopping Hours Reform Council have got, get some letters to MP.
How long do you think it will be?
We could do it in 6 months, you know.
Thank you, Eleanor. 6 months, Eleanor says. We'll see. What do you... Come on, don't hang around there. Come and do something in the background so they can look. She still hasn't taken her clothes off. Now, Wales...
I'm taking my clothes off, James.
Yeah, come on. Listen, Wales Mail. I think we're doing that next, aren't we? Is that right? Fellini? Where are you, Fellini? Where are you? Please. Fellini, speak to me. Are we doing the mail next? Good. OK, we're going to do the competition as well in a minute, so get ready for the... Put those back.
I was doing breakfast.
Do you do your shopping like that? Oh, you're doing breakfast. Good. OK. Hang on. Let's go back to last week. We had a load of letters in on the gambling, the teenage addiction to slot machines. Don't. Please. Please, I'm being serious now. But one moment. No, I'll go have a biscuit. Gaz of Axminster in Devon said, between the ages of 13 to 15, I was addicted to video games, although I denied it. Then I realise it now. There was something about those games that kept you coming back for more and more. We had a very sad letter as well here. From Sean in Romford in Essex. He said, a friend of mine actually killed himself because he stole from his parents' work and everywhere to feed his addiction. We had a lot of people got in touch. Somebody got very upset that I said to one guy, I said, I've got a £700 overdraft. What can I do about it? And I suggested he send his wages to me, and then he wouldn't be able to spend the money. They didn't think that was very funny. But thank you to Gamblers Anonymous, who have been looking after some of the people who got in touch with us. Would you stop making that noise?
Would you like a biscuit?
Yeah, OK, fine, thanks. Sunday trading. We've already had letters in on Sunday trading, and we've got some interesting ones here. This comes from David Wilkes from Barnsley. Says, I'd like to know if any of the union officials featured in last week's programme have ever gone out for Sunday lunch or dinner. I'm a chef, and we have to work on Sundays, but we don't get double time for this. So if we in our trade have to work, why not everyone else? And I wonder how you'd all feel with no radio, papers, or stuff like that. So thank you very much indeed to everybody that wrote in. We got letters general here. We got loads. We got, you know, everything filed away, stacked away. And I might sneeze a little later on. Ian Byton from Birmingham said, on the BBC's open-air programme on the 12th of May, they compiled a top 20 of the most common complaints received from viewers. The James Whale Show, cheer, way! Thank you. Managed 4th place. Come on, James, you'll have to outrage a few more people if you're to get 1st place next year. We must try and get 1st place next year. To everybody that wrote in, thank you very much indeed. If you have any views on Sunday trading and you would like to let us know, this is the address, or anything else. Wales Mail, care of Yorkshire Television, the Television Centre, Leeds, LS3 1JS. And you can also send us, we didn't get any we could broadcast this week. You can also send us video mail, and this is how you send us the video mail. And on these, have you got the video mail thing or not? You haven't got that? Okay, well, forget that. But you can send us your videos of you doing your own little bits, and we might play them to the same address. Now, rushing through this, we're going to... What the heck is this? God, I don't believe this. What is this? Gordon, what do you think you're doing?
James, for spotting a hit when nobody else could see it.
Yes.
Edelweiss, and bring me Edelweiss, present you with his...
Oh, Gordon, isn't that lovely? Yes, very nice. Very nice, Gordon. Isn't he sweet? Oh, that's lovely. Thank you very much indeed to WEA. That means ABBA won't speak to me anymore, doesn't it? Will you come over here? Come over here. We had this throwaway competition. We had a few videos and people want to know where you can get these, and you get them in shops, I think. You see this thing here? Yeah, get on that. There we are. You see it? Right, okay. We're giving that away. What are you doing?
Do I hold this up yet?
No, we're not giving that. No. Pick this up here.
Oh, right.
Tip them on the floor over there. Not on me, just on the floor there. Quickly, come on. Okay. Now writhe around in them so that at least people who read the sport will get some. Just writhe around in them. Hang on. They do this on Blue Peter, you see. Okay.
James.
What?
Behave.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you want me to pick one?
Oh, yeah, you pick one, yeah. Okay, right.
Right.
Run out of time at this rate.
Sorry.
Okay, that's
There
it. That's
you go.
fine. Okay. 38. I said what?
What was the question?
I've forgotten. I got all excited. I forgot. We only got 2 minutes to go. Right. 38 was I said, how old am I? Okay.
38?
Yeah.
Oh, God,
Stan
you're born
Postings from Tamworth in Staffordshire is correct. He gets this little thing, me Bob. This week's competition. Where's the T-shirt?
Yeah, the T-shirt.
Yeah. Okay. The T-shirt. In the sport on Friday, it tells you the size of Linda Nolan's And if you think that's a little bit of sticky tape holding my aerial up on my back, if you know the size, know the size of Linda Nolan's, write it on a postcard and send it to Wales Mail at Yorkshire Television in Leeds.
My mum is watching this. She could win this, Mum, because
And
she knows.
the first one out of the bag next week wins the whale T-shirt. If you want to know how you can get a whale T-shirt, send us a stamped addressed envelope. Now, what are we doing now? I think we'll take some calls. Bob in Bedfordshire. Hello, Bob.
Hello.
Hi, sorry about that, Bob.
Oh, lovely.
I'm
Nice to
knackered.
see Linda.
It's nice,
hello,
isn't it?
Linda.
Say hello.
Bob.
Are you all right?
I'm very well. How are you, Bob?
Oh, superb. Brilliant show, James.
Thank you, Bob. That's enough, Bob. Don't go any further. We might ruin it.
Bob alone, he was all right.
Jane from London. Hello, Jane.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi, I'd just like to say that that man you just had was a complete Burke.
Thank you, Jane. That's lovely. Don't go any further. I like people to make their thing. Fred from Northern Ireland. Hello, Fred.
Hello, James.
Yes, Fred.
Linda, are you coming back to Ballymena?
Will you be going back to Ballymena?
I will indeed. It's the November time.
In November.
Hey, you
This
can
is
go.
good.
We're having a chance.
Thank you very much indeed, Fred. Thank you. Right.
Present for you, James.
Yeah.
Stick it some.
No, don't stick it anywhere. I've performed with Maggie May. Okay, next week's programme, prison conditions. This is a serious one next week, the serious bit. Prison conditions, particularly on remand prisoners, young people who are remanded to prison, and the terrible conditions they are there. If you have any views, write to us. We're going to leave you with some live music. Yeah. These are the Senators and No More. Man No More.
From a little child I was told to hide away my feelings deep inside, just covering up and acting tough because they told me the boys don't cry. Now I find the years gone by. Now I find I can't cry because the stone and muscle inside of me in the place where my heart's supposed to be. I don't wanna be a man no more. I just wanna start to feel some pain. Sad letting go, giving in, and feel the love come out of me. A man no more. I just wanna start to feel some pain. Start letting go, giving in, and feel the love come out of me. 'Cause I'm frightened of my weakness, and I'm frightened to admit that inside there's a little boy in a suit of clothes that just don't fit. Because everybody told me how tough I had to be, but nobody could tell me what to do with this love inside. So if you find the child inside, waste away and slowly die. Don't cover it up by acting tough. Don't tell yourself boys don't cry. Then you'll find the years go by. Then you'll find if you try, there's more stone and muscle inside of you.